what we have here is something really, really special, that both 18th century and they're English and they're made of mahogany and they're miniature chest on chest or tallboys. Our American cousins refer to these as highboys, miniature highboys, but nobody's right and nobody's wrong. But what we can agree is that they're fine pieces of 18th century English craftsmanship. Now, whoever made these was a real skilled cabinet maker, because what he's managed to do is portray the finer detail and kept everything in proportion. Because if you saw just a photograph of this, you would have no idea of how small it actually is, as opposed to just thinking it's just one great big piece of furniture. A clever thing what he's done here as well, this is made exactly the way a larger piece would be made, but it's made in two sections. You see? You have two small drawers at the top, three long graduated drawers. And when we look at the escutcheons, you can see behind the escutcheons we have the original locks. Locks were expensive, and by bringing the locks in, the cabinet maker was just saying everything has to be precise, it's got to be done properly, and that's what's been done here. In the lower section, three long graduated drawers, penny ring handles, and again there'll be locks behind these. It stands on the original bracket feet. Very simple, very understated. These are made in the reign of King George III. Now the one to my left is just slightly shorter. Again, well chosen piece of Cuban mahogany. Original locks. And the timber inside, this is oak. This is known as the secondary timber. So it made exactly this way a full-size piece of English furniture would have been carried out. So you've got three long graduated drawers, bracket feet, the upper section, three long graduated drawers and two small drawers. Now this one is actually made in one piece, and as I turn it round to the sides, you can see the quality of timber which is used there. Really good, dense quality mahogany. And there's the back. There's the backboards, all in one. Perfect. Now, when you're buying a piece like this, you think, well, how would I use it in today's lifestyle? Well, really, these are collector's items. People who are passionate about buying 18th century pieces in fine condition, this is something they would go for. But for somebody else, they may think, well, what can I use it for? Well, let's say you could use it for jewellery. If you collect watches, you could put your watches in there. There are so many uses where just use your imagination, it can be used today. But as I say, these are real collector's items. These are rare. I can't emphasise how rare these are, because when you see most miniature pieces, they're made by apprentices and they're quite crude. There is nothing crude about these two items. They are sophisticated in every way, and I just think they're fantastic. And to understand how rare these are, you try finding them. There's so few on the market because they've all been harvested and collected and they're in private collections. But these are for sale.